A young potter named Anil lived in a small and quiet village. He was passionate and determined, but lacked the skill to match his ambition. His pots were often uneven, the paint smudged, and the glaze cracked too easily. Yet, Anil dreamed of creating a masterpiece, a perfect pot that would be remembered for generations. One day, an old master potter named Kamal visited Anil's shop. He was excited and nervous, eager to show his work to someone so experienced. With a big smile, he presented his pots, hoping for praise. But Kamal looked at them carefully and said, "Your pots are creative, but they lack balance. The edges are uneven, and the glaze isn't strong enough. You have potential, but you are not there yet." These words hit him like a storm. He felt crushed. For days, he didn't touch his pottery wheel. He kept thinking about Kamal's critic and disappointed. But as time passed, he realized something. Kamal didn't say he was hopeless. He said there was potential, which meant there was room to grow. Gathering his courage, he visited Kamal and asked, "Will you teach me? I want to get better." Kamal agreed, but with a strange condition. He said, "You must create one pot every single day, but every evening you will destroy it. Are you willing to do this?" The next day, Anil started his training. He shaped the clay, smoothed the edges, painted with care, and added the glaze. By evening, he stood back to admire his work, but before he could celebrate, Kamal walked in, pointed out at its flaws, and then told him to destroy it. The routine repeated day after day. Each morning, he worked hard to make a new pot, pouring all his effort into every detail. Each evening, Kamal would inspect it closely, pointing out the imperfections. "The base is too weak," he would say one day. "The design isn't symmetrical," he would point out on another. Then the pot would be destroyed. At first, he felt frustrated. He thought, "Why does he only see what's wrong? Why doesn't he praise the effort I put in?" But over time, Anil noticed something. As he fixed each mistake Kamal pointed out, his hands became steadier, his eyes sharper, and his work more precise. Weeks turned into months. He started noticing flaws in his own pots before Kamal even mentioned them. He began correcting mistakes on his own and experimenting with new techniques. Each pot he made was better than the last, even if it was meant to be broken. After a full year of this routine, Kamal came to Anil and said, "Today you will create one final pot. This time you won't destroy it. Show me everything you have learned." Anil nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and pressure. He carefully shaped the clay, making sure the walls were smooth and the edges were even. He painted with delicate strokes and added a glaze that shone like a mirror. When it was done, Kamal inspected it silently for a long time. Then he smiled and said, "This is perfection. You have done it." For the first time, Anil felt proud, not just of the pot, but of the journey he had taken to create it. He realized that every pot he had destroyed was not a failure but a lesson. Every critique Kamal gave him wasn't to discourage him but to help him grow. Years later, he became the most famous potter in the region. People traveled from faraway places to see his work, but when asked about his success, he would always say, "The masterpiece isn't the pot, the masterpiece is the growth I achieved through criticism and hard work."